So my wife asked me to build a sensory table, and when she did, the first logical question that came to mind is, what the heck is a sensory table? So I did some Google searching and found a good explanation of this on klaschoolsprospect.com. I'll put the link in the description. But it says, children rely on their senses to discover and experience their world. They may not be able to verbally communicate and investigate the way adults do. They can use their senses to gather information and explore answers to questions they may have. To this end, many childcare centers provide sensory tables to allow children to have the hands-on experiences they use to help them learn. So to the layperson, basically a sensory table is a play table for kids to touch and experience different things that could get messy. So they are contained within plastic tubs. The rest of the video is going to show you how I built this for my children. I'm using 3/4 inch plywood for the tabletop. I'm going to cut it down to size using my circular saw, and the dimensions for the top is 24 by 48. I wanted this table to feel a little bit more finished, so rather than just using the raw 2x4, I ran it through the planer to clean up the faces. The next series of shots will show how I constructed the table legs. Basically cut some 2x4 down to the right size that I wanted and joined it together with pocket holes. I made two of these, obviously, one for the right side and one for the left side. The next stage was onto the apron. Basically just used another piece of 2x4 cut to length. Again, my top is 48 inches wide, so I believe I made it 40 inches wide total length, so I would have some hangover on the ends. I didn't actually get a shot of me assembling it, but you get the picture. So now on to the most tedious part, which is inlaying these containers into the actual table. Now, what I did was just a rough trace of the bottom, but I actually spent a lot of time fitting this because the piece actually tapers up, so it's actually wider at the top. What I didn't want to do is cut the hole too big and mess the whole project up. So I took my time and just slowly expanded the hole so that it would fit perfectly. Now here it is all mocked up, ready for the next step, which is adding the casters. I wanted the table height to be 24 inches total, so I did factor in the height of the casters when building the table legs. Here you see me attaching the tabletop to the frame. I did use slightly smaller drywall screws that weren't actually penetrating into the frame, so I had to do it a couple of times, as you can see here, with longer screws. So I just simply covered up the holes with wood putty, as you'll see. After waiting for the putty to dry, I just went ahead and sanded the top smooth and then added a coat of stain, and here is the finished product. That's it for this build. If you like this video, please click the like button below, and please feel free to check out some of my other videos. I think you would enjoy those as well. So until next time, I'll see you on the next project.